Habang naghahasik ng lagim ang Maute-ISIS group sa Marawi, umatake naman sa Pigcawayan sa Cotabato ang nasa 200 miyembro ng Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters. Ilang residente pati isang sanggol ang hinostage pa ng mga BIFF. Nakatutok doon live si Joseph Moro. Joseph?
Jessica, hanggang kaninang alas 6 ng gabi ay patuloy pa rin ang operasyon ng militar laban sa BIFF dito sa barangay Malagakit sa Pigcawayan. Ang ilang mga residente ngayon pa lamang nare-rescue. Nakausap natin ang isa dun sa 14 na mga hinostage at kalaunan ay pinakawalan din ng grupo. Sakay ng military truck ang mamadaling nagtungo ang ilang sundalo sa dalawang barangay na inatake ng Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters o BIFF. Sila ang karagdagang pwersa na tutulong sa Cafgu para tugisin ang nasa 300 miyembro ng teroristang grupo. Ayon kay Mindanaoan Deputy Governor Datu Ramil de Langalin, pasado alas 5 ng madaling araw kanina, nilusob ng BIFF sa pangunguna ni Commander Abunawas ang mga detachment ng Cafgu at Barangay Peacekeeping Action Team sa Barangay Simsiman at Barangay Malagakit sa Pigcawayan, Cotabato. Sa gitna ng aming panayam, kay Dilanggalin dinig pa ang mga pagsabog.
It's the holy month of Ramadan, which every Muslim observing the Ramadan. Karamihan po sa Muslim ay nagapuasa. And dahil po sa kanilang ginagawa ay napilitan po mag-evacuate yung ating mga kababayan.
Nakausap namin ang ilang na-hostage ng BIFF. Tumanggi siyang humanap sa kamera dahil sa seguridad. Kwento niya, kinuha sila ng tinatayang 200 mga BIFF mula sa kanilang mga tahanan at pinasok sa Malagakit Elementary School.
Yung bata na dala-dala namin, umiiyak, pinakain nila, at saka yung babaeng kasama ko, pinakain. Tapos doon lang kami, pinaupo lang. Nakapan sila, nakakumuflags sila, naka-uniform. Matataas din, hindi ko lang, hindi man ako pamilyar. Malalaki. So, syempre, yung takot at paniniwala na lang sa Panginoon.
Pero sir, paano kayo nakalusot?
Anong nagputukan na, pinalabas man kami nung iba kasi may mga Muslim kami kasama.
Ginamitan ng militar ng kanyon at mortar ang grupo na nagtago raw sa isang eskwelahan. Aabot ng 200 pamilya o 1,000 katao ang inilikas sa kanilang tahanan. Hanggang kaninang alas 5 ng hapon, tuloy pa rin daw ang bakbakan ayon sa isang misis ng Cafgu na nasa lugar.
Ang sabi sa akin, okay lang daw sila pero paubos na ang bala nila. Tapos yung may pamilya doon ng Cafgu na doon na-trap. Hindi pa makaalis. Kasi hindi sila makaraan sa may Malagakit, sa Binasing. Kasi in between may mga freedom daw ngayon doon.
Sa ngayon, naitaboy na ng mga sundalo ang BIFF sa eskwelahang pansamantalang pinagkublihan ng grupo. Kinansila na rin ang klase sa elementarya at high school sa buong Pigcawayan. Jessica, nandito tayo ngayon sa Pigcawayan National High School. Dito dinadala yung mga ini-evacuate ng mga residente, no? Pero hindi pa makapagbigay ang municipal administrator ng opisyal na bilang kung ilan pa na mga residente yung natrap doon sa area. Ang sabi ng ating mga ibang mga residente nakausap, may mga kilala pa sila na nasa loob. Alam mo, alas 5 pa ng umaga ito nangyari at bibilang na ng abot ng 12 oras na nandun sila sa loob. Ang sinasabi sa atin ng mga residente ay may mga bata doon na hindi pa nakakakain, Jessica.
Joseph, ano ang indikasyon na itiniming o sinamantala ng BIFF yung kaguluhan sa Marawi para gawin ito dyan sa Cotabato? Kasi I know some experts, sinasabi nila na itong BIFF is one of 4 breakaway factions from the MILF and MNLF na allied di umano sa ISIS.
Correct. We haven't had any information yet. Di pa natin alam, Jessica, kung ito ba ay diversionary tactic, kumbaga nililigaw nila or para mahati yung pwersa ng gobyerno dyan sa Marawi at saka dito. Hindi pa nagbibigay ng opisyal na pahayag yung mga military forces natin kung may kinalaman itong paggalaw nila dito sa Pigcawayan doon sa operasyon sa Marawi. Ang sinasabi ng mga residente ay hindi na sila naninibago na ginagawa ito ng BIFF kasi 3 weeks ago daw ay nagkaroon din ng kumbaga harassment itong mga BIFF forces dito sa Pigcawayan, Jessica.
Maraming salamat at ingat kayo dyan sa Cotabato, Joseph Morong. Biktima na nga ng bakbakan, biktima pa ng nakawan ng ilang mga residenteng nagsilikas dahil sa kaguluhan sa Marawi. Kaya ang ilan sa kanila sinusuong ang panganib para balikan ang mga iniwan nilang tahanan. Mula sa Marawi City nakatutok si Emil Sumangil.
Restricted zone at wala na dapat mga sibilyan sa bahagi ito ng Marawi kung saan namin nakita kaninang naglalakad sa kalsada ang 43 taong gulang na businesswoman na si Norhata. Lakas loob daw siyang bumalik sa kanyang bahay kahit alam niyang bawal para malaman kung ito ba'y nadamay sa bakbakan. Hindi nabagsakan ng bomba at wala ring tama ng bala ang kanyang paumahay. Pero pwersahan daw itong nabuksan. Hindi ginalawan laman ng kanyang hardware store na nasa tabi. Pero pagpasok niya sa bahay, ito na ang tumambad kay Norhata. Mistulang dinaanan ng buhawi ang kanilang mga damit. Ang kahadiyero na tungkab sa pagkakasemento, nabuksan at nasimutan lamang pera. Nalimas pati raw ang koleksyon na mamahalin niyang relo, pati na mga designer bag at damit na kung susumahi papalo sa milyong-milyong piso ang halaga. Nawawala rin ang kanyang baril, gun case na lang ang kanyang inabutan.
Yung ibang mga kamag-anak namin kung saan-saan napunta, kung saan-saan sila nakarating na walang dala. Kasi hindi namin alam na ganito yung outcome nito eh. Tapos babalik ka sa lugar mo, o ganito pang babalikan mo. Ano ba makukuha namin dito?
May 23, pag-atake ng mga teroristang Maute, nilisan ni Norhata ang kanyang paumahay. Hindi na nakapag-impake at agad na nag-evacuate sa Kapitolyo sa takot na madamay.
Sana po yung mga bahay na hindi naman wala silang nakitang kahina-hinala o kasama sa mga wag naman pakialaman yung...
Walang ideya si Norhata kung sino ang nasa likod nito. Marami na rin daw sa mga taga rito na kagaya niya ring pinagnakawan ang nais magreklamo.
Sana makarma siya. Kasi nabiktima na nga yung tao, biniktima mo pa ulit. Yun yung pinakamasakit nito. Biktima kami lahat.
Ayon sa militar, may natatanggap na silang mga kalintulad na sumbong at nagpapatulong na sila sa pulisya para sa pag-iimbestiga.
Pagdating ng sundalo yan, looted na yan yung area na yan. So pag merong mga reports sa ganyan na looted, pinapaalam po sa amin na ito ay na-ransack na. Meron tayong mga documentations din na ginagawa.
Since they do po, nagkaroon tayo ng legal assistance pagdating doon sa mga cases na nawawalan ng kanilang mga properties. In fact, meron po tayong legal desk dito.
Isa sa mga ginagawa ngayon ng militar at pulisya, umiikot sa mga safe zone, nagbabakay-bakay, pinapadlak at minamarkahang cleared sa oras na kanilang mapasadahan. Pero kahapon, habang isinasagawa ito ng mga sundalo at pulis sa area ng Amay Pakpak, isang lidon na bala ang bumagsak sa aming lokasyon, di kalayuan sa pwesto ng aming cameraman. Mula dito sa Marawi City, Emil Sumangil nakatutok, 24 oras.
Sniper laban sa sniper, yan ang karaniwang labanan ngayon sa Marawi. Sa isang video, kuwang-kuwa ang barilan ng sniper ng militar at ng sniper ng grupong Maute. At yan ang tinutukan live ni June Veneracion. O June.
Mike, sa ika-30 araw ng krisis sa Marawi City ay sabi ng militar na itulak na raw nila ang mga miyembro ng Maute sa lugar na wala na silang mapupuntahan. Nakakuha naman tayo, Mike, ng eksklusibong video ng labanan sa pagitan ng mga sniper ng militar at ng mga sniper ng Maute Group sa loob mismo yan ng combat zone. Ang kumukuha ng video ay ang spotter gamit ang teleskopyo. Nasa tabi niya ang kabady na sniper. Ang pinuputukan nila, mga sniper ng Maute Group na nagtatago sa butas-butas na gusali na yan. Pero gumaganti rin ng putok ang kanilang mga kalaban. Ito ang tama ng bala sa salamin mula sa sniper ng Maute. Pinuputokan din ng mga sniper ng Armed Forces ang mga pwesto na tingin nila ay may mga nagtatagong Maute sniper. Sniper sa sniper ang karaniwang labanan sa Marawi. Sa report na ibinigay sa GMA News, marami na ang kumpirmadong napatay ng Maute ng mga sniper ng gobyerno. Hindi rin naman maitatanggi na kabilang sa mga nagpapahirap sa operasyon ng gobyerno ay ang mga sniper ng Maute Group. Sa nakalipas na 2 araw, 11 Maute ang nadagdag sa listahan ng mga napapatay sa Marawi City. Naitulak na raw ang mga Maute sa lugar na mahihirapan na silang makalabas, sabi ng Joint Task Force Marawi.
Lumiliit na po yung area ng mga Maute. So mabilis po yung pag-move forward natin Sabi ko nga po, nagtatagal lang because of the clearing.
Kahit hindi pa tapos ang problema, maraming paghahanda na ang ginagawa para sa magbangon ng Marawi.
We're now coordinating with the local government leaders regarding the plans on the recovery and rehabilitation of Marawi. So, initially we already have locations for the future tent city. We're looking also for an area for the mass dream for the possible recovery of dead bodies.
Sa taya ng Armed Forces, Mike, ay nasa 100 hanggang 110 ang mga natitirang miyembro ng Mountain na nakikipaglaban pa rin sa lungsod ng Marawi. May mga hawak pa rin sila mga bihag na hindi lang ginagawang human shield, ay ginagawa rin daw mga utusan at tagaduto. Mike.
Maraming salamat, June Venerasyon. Hindi pa raw napapanahon para ipatupad ang martial law sa buong Pilipinas. Ayon niyan mismo kay Pangulong Duterte. Pero nagbabala siya na posibleng madagdagan pa ang mga pag-atake ng teroristang ISIS. Nakatutok si Joseph Moro.
One of these days he said they will conduct bombing. What did you mean by this, sir?
Itong IS, I'm not talking of anybody else.
Yes, sir.
Well, it could start in Mindanao. Kasi dyan sila, a lot of Muslims there.
Ito ang babala ng Pangulo na magsalita sa Cagayan de Oro sa harap ng mga sugatang sundalo na galing sa bakbakan sa Marawi City. Sabi pa niya, hindi na raw ito naiiba sa nangyayari sa ibang bansa.
Itong terrorism, I am sure that you have been viewing CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera sa Middle East.
Yes, sir.
Kung gano'n yan.
Mindanao, sir, or other parts of the
I said, I will deal with them harshly.
Ang isa pang nakikitang solusyon daw ng Pangulo, ang federalismo. Sa Lunes, nakatakda raw isumite ng MILF ang bagong bersyon ng Bangsamoro Basic Law o BBL. Ang BBL ang magbibigay daan para palitan ng Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o ARM ng isang Bangsamoro government na matagal nang hinihiling ng mga rebeldeng grupo sa Mindanao. Ilang beses na nagpunta rito sa Cagayan de Oro ang Pangulo mula na mag-umpisa ang bakbakan sa Marawi City para kumustahin ang mga sugatang sundalo. Kahapon, ginawaran niya ng medalya ang aabot sa 79 ng mga sundalo, binigyan ng tigwa 100,000 pesos, cellphone at baril. Ang ilang sundalo, ibiniyahin niya para madala sa ospital sa Maynila, sakay ng C-295 plane kasama ang ilang military officials. Pero may ilang isinakay siya sa presidential plane na tinatawag na Kalayaan 1. Ito ang kauna-unahang beses na ginamit ng Presidential F-28 jet para sa mga sugatang sundalo tulad ng kanyang ipinangako noon. Bago yan, bumisita rin ang Pangulo sa mga evacuee galing sa Marawi na nasa Iligan City ngayon. Binigyan din niya ang mga ito ng financial assistance. Nagpaumanhin ang Pangulo sa mga Maranao at kung bakit kinailangan niyang magdeklara ng martial law.
I am very, very, very sorry na nangyari ito sa atin. Sana kung madaling panahon, you will find in your heart to forgive my soldiers, ang gobyerno, pati ako for declaring martial law. Wala akong choice. Ba't hinayaan ninyong pumasok yung iduluya na walang ginawa doon sa Middle East kung saan-saan pinagpapatay nila ang kasama nilang.
Joseph Morong, nakatutok, 24 oras.
Good afternoon. I'm Pia Ontiveros. CNN Philippines has obtained an exclusive drone video of the front lines or from the front lines of the battle in Marawi City. It shows mortar explosions and damage brought about by intense fighting between government forces and terrorists. You're also going to see a man in black running. This is the video we're showing it to you right now. That was a mortar explosion. In between, I'm going to keep silent so you can hear what's going on. So let me describe what you're seeing right now. This is drone footage taken from high up above the commercial district of Marawi. This is supposed to be Bangolo. A little later on, you're going to see we're told that you're going to see the bridge, the Bayabao Bridge. That bridge heavily guarded by the mounted group because it connects the city center. Also, you are going to see like just a while ago, you saw mortar explosions, those explosions that are on the ground. They're orange first and they turn black. You will also see a man in black running. That is a Maute fighter, according to officials there. That's him running in the streets, trying to evade the mortar fire. Now, the voice you hear, that is the way that video is. It's drone video, it's live video that is being monitored. That voice is giving instructions to the mortar gunner as to where to deliver the mortar shots. And what happened to that man in black, the information is that he was fatally wounded. That man in black, of course, a Maute fighter. The reason for the audio like that, that is because it's drone footage. There is some sort of a delay and some hindi siya buo, no, yung audio. But that is the drone footage that you're seeing right now. Beyond the battle that you see going on in the streets, what you're going to notice is much parts of the city in ruins, the destruction that this crisis in Marawi has brought upon the city. There, that was a mortar explosion, another one of them. The voices that you hear giving instructions, like we said, to the gunners as to where to deliver the mortar shots. And this is why no one is inside the Marawi war zone except for soldiers and police and the Maute fighters. You can join me on Global Newsroom later at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've just shown you exclusive drone footage from the battle zone in Marawi City. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Keep it here on CNN Philippines.
Tuloy ang operasyon ng tropa ng pamahalaan laban sa mga umataking grupong Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters o BIFF sa isang paaralan sa bayan ng Pigcawayan sa North Cotabato. Ilang mga residente doon lumikas na. Ang detalye alamin natin mula kay Eunice Samonte. Eunice?
Yes, Princess, hanggang sa mga oras na ito ay nagpapatuloy ang investigasyon at operasyon ng ating sundalo at kapulisan kaugnay nga nitong pag-atake ng mga armadong lalaki sa barangay Malagakit, Pigcawayan, North Cotabato, dyan sa Mindanao. Base sa pinakahuling datos mula sa Philippine National Police, pasado alas 5 kanina umaga na makatanggap ang Police Regional Office 12 ng reports mula sa mga sibilyan na may nagigipit umanong armadong grupo sa barangay Malagakit malapit sa 34th Infantry Battalion. Ayon kay Police Superintendent Romeo Galgo, ang spokesperson ng PNP Central Mindanao, hanggang sa mga oras na ito ay patuloy ang bakbakan sa pagitan ng AFP at PNP at sa laban sa mga miyembro ng BIFF. Kaya di pa rin masabi sa ngayon kung ilan nga ba talaga ang eksaktong bilang ng mga kalaban. Kinumpirma rin ito na pinasok ng teroristang grupo ng BIFF ang isang elementary school kung saan 5 mag-aaral ang kumpirmadong bihag ng teroristang grupo ng BIFF. Ang ilan sa mga residente ng Pigcawayan nagsimula na ring magsilikas upang di na madamay sa ongoing firefight sa pagitan ng militar at ng kalaban. Sa mga oras na ito ay umabot na nga sa 513 ang bilang ng mga evacuees na dinala sa poblasyon, multipurpose building na nagsisilbi munang evacuation center ng mga residente. Samantalang sa kabila ng nasabing insidente, mariin namang itinanggi ng militar na ang pangaharas na ito ay spillover ng gulo na nangyayari sa Marawi. Ayon kay Brigadier General Restituto Padilla, ang tagapagsalita ng AFP, maliit na grupo lamang ito ng BIFF na gustong manggulo lalo pat nakatuon ngayon ang atensyon ng marami sa gulo na nangyayari sa Marawi. Base sa geographical location, ang Pigcawayan, North Cotabato ay may layong 190 kilometers o 120 miles sa timog ng Marawi City, kung saan patuloy naman na nagaganap ang bakbakan sa pagitan ng militar at ng teroristang grupo ng Maute. Patuloy naman ang pagtutulungan ng militar at kapulisan upang agad na mabawi ang mga estudyanteng hostages at mapanagot sa batas itong mga nanggugulong miyembro ng BIFF. Yan naman ang pinakuling balita mula dito sa kaugnay ng ongoing firefight na nangyayari ngayon sa North Cotabato. Para sa bayan, Eunice Samonte.
Maraming salamat, Eunice Samonte.
Minit ang ulo at naghamon pa ng suntukan ng isang driver nang sitahin siya ng isang traffic enforcer dahil sa illegal ang pagparada.
Pagdating naman sa presinto, tila tumiklop ang driver at abot-abot pa ang kanyang pagsusori. Pero maski na, hindi raw ito palalampasin ng enforcer. Tinutukan niya ni Bon Aquino. Sa cellphone video na ito, makikita ang traffic enforcer ng Barangay San Lorenzo na nakaharang sa kotseng kanyang hinuli dahil sa illegal parking sa Arnaiz Avenue, Makati City kagabi.
Pero mabante pa rin ang kotse kaya't napaatras ang traffic enforcer na si Donald Catamora. Biglang huminto ang kotse at nagbukas ng pinto ang driver na si Jason Tamares. Bumaba pa ito ng sasakyan at maya-maya'y nakipagsigawan sa traffic enforcer. Pagsakay ng kotse kahit nakaharang ang enforcer, pinaandar pa rin ng driver ang kanyang sasakyan. Hindi na makikita sa kamera pero dito na raw hinarang ng iba pang mga traffic enforcer si Tamares at dinala sa Makati Police Station.
Hindi po siya nagbigay ng driver's license. Sinigawan niya pa po ako na kesyo ano daw po yung problema ko. At wala daw po siyang atraso.
Pagdating sa presinto, nagmistulang maamong tupa ang driver at kasama ang kanyang misis.
Humingi na po ako ng tawad. Lumuhod na po ako sa kanya. Ayoko pong magkaroon ng record.
Alam mo ba na may sign doon na bawal mag-park?
Hindi ko rin po kasi napansin nun. Kaya yung pagkakatok niya po sa akin, umalis na po ako. Kala ko po okay na po. Naano ko pala siya, nabastos ko po pala siya.
Naamo niya pa po ako suntukan niya rin po.
Kaya nga po, inaano ko na po ito, sir, na pumahari.
Pero ang traffic enforcer, desidido sa pagsasampa ng kaso.
Yung last nakaladkad niya po sa akin, alam ko kung bibilis na yung sasakyan niya, medyo tumagilid na po ako. Kaya po tumama yung kamay ko dun sa side mirror niya at saka nabasag. Wala po talagang balak magpa-areglo. Kasi po para maturuan din po ng leksyon. Tsaka para makita rin po ng ibang tao na hindi lahat ng enforcer nakukuha sa sorry-sorry lang.
Von Aquino, nakatutok, 24 oras.
Kabi-kabila ang sunog sa Metro Manila sa nakalipas na 24 oras. Sa Pasay, 50 pamilya ang nasunugan dahil umano sa napabayaang kalan. 3 ang sugatan. Nagkasunog din sa Paco, Maynila. 200 pamilya ang apektado. Sa Santa Cruz, Maynila, natupok ng apoy ang ikalawang palapag ng isang KTV and resto bar. Halos kasabay nito ang sunog sa isang bahay ampunan sa Quiapo. Inaalam pa ang sanhi ng mga sunog. Isa namang gwardyang nakainom ang nagwala at nanutok ng baril sa Centris Compound sa Quezon City. Nagkulong pa sa isang opisina ang gwardya na naka-off duty nang mangyari ang insidente. Namomroblema raw sa anak na may sakit. Sa huli, sumuko rin siya. Nakipagsigawan at naghamon pa ng suntukan ng isang driver matapos siyang sitahin ng isang traffic enforcer dahil sa illegal parking sa Makati. Nagmatigas ang driver at pinaandar ang sasakyan kahit nakaharang ang enforcer. Dito na tumulong ang iba pang traffic enforcer. Pagdating sa presinto, humingi ng paumanhin ang driver pero desidido ang enforcer na magdemanda. Facebook friends, umatake ang nasa 200 miyembro ng Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters sa Pigcawayan, Cotabato. Isang sibilyan kabilang ang 6 na buwang gulang na sanggol ang na-hostage ng grupo sa loob ng Malagakit Elementary School. Sa ngayon, nabawi na ng mga sundalo ang eskwelahang pinagtaguan ng BIFF. Aabot sa 200 pamilya ang inilikas. Sa isang buwang bakbakan naman sa Marawi, sinabi ng AFP na nakorne na ng mga sundalo ang teroristang grupong Maute. Pero patuloy pa rin ang opensiba ng militar. Sa pinakauling tala ng Malacanang, 360 na ang patay sa bakbakan. Hindi raw napapanahon sa ngayon na magdeklara ng martial law sa buong bansa, sabi yan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Natanong kasi ang Pangulo tungkol sa sinabi niya sa isa niyang speech na sa susunod na magdeklara siya ng martial law, magiging katulad ito ng idineklara ni dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos. Sabi ng Pangulo, future tense ang tinutukoy niya sa pahayag na yon. Pinuna rin ng Pangulo sina Senador Kiko Pangilinan at Senadora Laila de Lima ng Liberal Party na parehong nagsabing dapat maging transparent ang gobyerno tungkol sa kalusugan ng Pangulo. Sa gitna ito ng ilang araw na di pagpapakita ng Pangulo sa publiko noong 1 linggo. Sabi ng Pangulo, hindi siya naniniwalang concern sa kanya ang 2 senador. Nauna nang sinabi ng Pangulo na nagpahinga siya kaya nawala ng ilang araw sa public eye. Nagkamali raw ang isang tauhan ng BPI kaya nagkadagdag bawas sa mga account ng ilang kliyente nila noong June 7. Sa Senate hearing kanina, sinabi ng BPI na nang mag-encode ang technical system specialist nila, nagkamali sa nailagay na petsa. Human error daw ito at hindi na-hack ang kanilang system. Dinisiplina at inilipat na raw sa ibang department ang nagkamaling tauhan. Okay na rin daw ang mga namaling balanse. ATM skimming naman ang nangyari sa BDO nung mabawasan ang account ng ilang kliyente nitong June 16. 7 ATM sa 3 magkakahiwalay na lugar ang apektado ng bagong insert device. Ayon sa BDO, dinisable na nila ang mga nakompromisong ATM. Sabi naman ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, 2018 ang deadline ng mga bangko para palitan ng mga lumang ATM card at lumipat sa mas secure na EMV system na gumagamit ng chip bilang security feature. Usap-usapan sa social media ang nakakakilig na experience ng isang pasaherong nakaiwan ng kanyang cellphone sa sinakyang Uber. Pagbalik kasi ng driver sa kanyang cellphone, may kasama pang flowers at donuts. Check that out on gmanews.tv. Umaapila naman sa korte sa Dubai ang Pinoy couple na nasentensyahan ng 3 buwang pagkakakulong at deportation dahil sa premarital sex. Pinagbawalan munang maligo ang mga turista sa Nakpan Beach sa El Nido, Palawan. Marami kasi roong jellyfish o dikya. Read more about that on our website. Limitado na ang paggamit ng paputok sa bansa sa ilalim ng bagong executive order ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Sa community fireworks display na lang pwedeng gamitin ng firecrackers. Papayagan pa rin naman daw ang paggamit ng iba pang pyrotechnic devices sa labas ng community fireworks displays, depende sa umiiral na batas at regulasyon. Anong masasabi niyo mga kapuso? Feel free to comment below. At para sa iba pang top stories for the day, visit our website and social media pages. Maraming salamat po sa pagsama niyo sa amin via Facebook Live. Sa ngalan ni Ivan Mayrina, ako po si Steve Dailisan. Click that share button now.
CNN Philippines tonight. A developing story out of North Cotabato. The military confirms 4 members of the Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters were killed after holding hostages in the town of Pigcawayan. CNN Philippines has exclusive drone footage of military assaults against mounted positions. No end in sight for the month-long crisis. And in the PBA Cup Finals, the Beermen and Katropa slug it out to win Game 1. Good evening, I'm Mitzi Borromeo. CNN Philippines obtained exclusive drone footage taken from high up above and down below the commercial district of Marawi. You're seeing and hearing mortar explosions and gunfire and voices. That's a man in black believed to be a mounted terrorist, running as he tries to evade mortar fire. But beyond the scene of a battlefield, the swath of destruction left in the wake of a crisis that has gone on for 30 days in the once beautiful Islamic city. Mounted terrorists have dug in and they're fighting tooth and nail to keep what little they have of Marawi. It's been a month and the battle for Marawi intensifies further. The death toll, 66 government forces, 268 mounted rebels. The military says the mounted group has less than 100 fighters left and they're cornered. Our Camila Abadisha takes us to ground zero.
Thick black smoke billows to the sky as the terrorists resort to fuel bombs to counter the military offensive.
The enemy is now using IEDs sa mga houses and to the extent of using LPG tanks para pagpasok ng tropa, papaputukin nila yung bahay. So lately napansin nyo may mga sunog ngayon ng mga bahay. Because they're using gasolines and LPGs.
This is why it's taking longer to clear houses and buildings taken over by the terrorists. As government forces advance on the ground, rescue operations continue. The 1st Infantry Brigade rescues 9 civilians, including 3 children as young as 7 months. They have been trapped in the conflict zone for a month.
Galing po sila sa pinakasentro doon sa conflict area. Ito po yung malapit sa Grand Mosque, no? Naglakad po sila na mahigit 1 kilometro at sinusundan po nila yung announcement ng ng Armed Forces of the Philippines sa kanyang Philippine Army.
Noro din says he's lucky to chance upon the troops.
Parang suicide lang yun. Hindi ko alam kung ano pang matamaan ka o mabuhay. Pero sa awa ng Allah, binigyan po kami niya na mabuhay pa.
Natakot po kami sa mga ISIS.
Naririnig niyo po ba yung putukan?
Opo. At saka yung mga bomba.
The Mautes still have over 100 hostages that they use as human shields and workers.
Yung mga ibang hostages, ginagamit talaga nilang human shield. Ginagamit nila ito during their conduct of operation. Meron pang ang nagsabi na pinapabuhat sila ng mga bomba doon sa paglay sa ground. Okay, so ginagamit nila as manpower. Okay? Ito ngayon masaklap dahil hindi na nga nila, ginawa na nga nilang human shield, talagang ginawa pa nilang mga alalay doon sa area.
Ground Zero is fast becoming a field of explosives, shattered buildings and corpses. The military says most of the areas in the zone of gravity are unsafe for retrieval operations. Authorities are looking for a place to use as a mass grave for all the casualties.
Camille Abadisho, CNN Philippines.
We're also receiving reports that Marines recovered more illegal drugs in Marawi. That's after the military found 11 kilos of shabu earlier this week. Military officials confirm so-called high-value targets, including the Maute brothers and their leader Isnilon Hapilon, are still in the war-torn city. In CNN Philippines' interview with Task Force Marawi spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Joar Herrera, he assures the public that the military is doing everything to secure not just areas regained by the troops, but also nearby cities and towns.
Well, this can be manifested in the areas that we have recovered in the last 48 hours. We have cleared several buildings that were previously occupied by the terrorist groups. So ang ginagawa po natin ngayon ay lahat po ng buildings, houses that were occupied previously are now under the control of the military forces. So yun po yung ginagawa natin. We are gaining more grounds in the conflict area. We are moving forward. We are taking down enemy positions so that our infantry forces will facilitate clearing operations in the conflict area. Well, based sa ating reports, yung high-value targets natin ay nandito pa rin sila sa area. So yun po yung focus natin ngayon is to neutralize the HVTs. At syempre ang pinaka role ng ating ground forces doon is to destroy the center of gravity of the enemy.
Here are some top stories from around the world. Saudi Arabia's king replaces the sitting crown prince and nephew Mohammed bin Nayef with his own son. The Saudi monarch stripped bin Nayef of his royal title Wednesday and named Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as first in line to the throne. Bin Nayef was relieved of all positions, including Interior Minister. In addition to becoming Saudi Arabia's next ruler, bin Salman also picks up the role of Deputy Prime Minister and will continue his duties as Defense Minister. Britain's Prince Philip is in the hospital. Buckingham Palace says the 96-year-old husband of Queen Elizabeth was hospitalized Monday night to treat an infection arising from a pre-existing condition. The palace tells CNN it was, quote, a precautionary measure. It's unclear how long the prince will be hospitalized. His hospitalization comes more than a month after the prince announced he would step down from public engagements later this year. And Uber has lost the driver of its company. Travis Kalanick stepped down as chief executive officer. The 40-year-old helped found the ride-hailing service in 2009 and built it into a global tech giant. Uber faced a number of crises in recent months, including sexual harassment allegations and a reported criminal investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice. The loss of its CEO is another hard hit for Uber. The company has already lost its chief operating officer, chief marketing officer, and chief financial officer. Armed men identified as Bangsamoro Islamic freedom fighters attacked a town in North Cotabato. Is this a spillover of the war in Marawi? Also ahead, a display of strength and recovery as the country hosts an international tourism forum. Details next here on CNN Philippines Newsroom. Good evening to those of you joining us on Facebook Live. As I just mentioned earlier, we do have a developing story, and we will be talking to Armed Forces spokesman Restituto Padilla about the developing story out of Cotabato, where Bangsamoro Islamic freedom fighters took some hostages, and there are reports that 4 of them have been killed. Stay tuned for that in the next segment of the newsroom. And also, we have a report from Anjo Alimario, who will be telling us about Aguirre's comments on the Marcos case. Also, we'll be talking about the Malampaya maintenance shutdown, and we'll be bringing you some business reports. Also, an update on the rate of the peso. Now, we'd like to say hi to those of you who are joining us on Facebook Live. Bong M. Herrera says hello and good evening to all of you. And good evening to you, Bong, watching from Kuwait. Also, Arnel Trinidad, Christian Ivan Requinta, and Violet Oliva, who is watching from this developing story out of Cotabato. The military confirms 31 hostages, including 12 minors, were rescued as members of the Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters, or BIFF, fled in the cover of darkness. 4 of them were killed. Here's what happened earlier. BIFF attacked a barangay outpost in Pigcawayan, North Cotabato. The rebels retreated to Malagakit Elementary School, where fighting continued. Cotabato police say the incident is not a spillover of the war in Marawi, nor an effort by terrorists to establish a new front in North Cotabato. We now speak with the spokesperson of the Armed Forces, Brigadier General Restituto Padilla. Good evening, sir. Thank you for taking our call tonight.
Thank you, Mitzi, for having us. Good evening, everyone.
Sir, this is a developing story. So the latest is that 4 BIFF fighters were killed. Can you tell us how that happened? What transpired?
Well, there were these 4 killed based on eyewitness accounts of the hostages themselves, who saw that they carted away with the bodies as they made a hasty retreat. The cover of darkness, I guess, was something that they waited for, knowing that they wouldn't stand a chance if they stood in the current areas that they held within the city or the municipality that they were in. And it was fortunate that all hostages have been accounted for. There were 31 of them, among which were 12 youngsters, and 20 more who were trapped in the area of the school who could not make it out throughout the fighting. The day-long sporadic fight between the group of the BIFF and our troops was something that was the commanders ensured that the BIFF would not go far. But because of the situation of the hostages inside the school building itself, the troops that were around the school could not fire at will in consideration of the safety of all these hostages.
Sir, but, are all the hostages okay? Also the military, are there any injuries or any wounded?
Well, all the hostages are okay. Not one of them have been hurt, and thank God. Among the soldiers, no one is hurt, except for those who were hurt earlier during the anticipated attack that they did in one of our outposts, and these were members of the Cafgu.
All right, sir. Do you know, so 4 of the BIFF members were killed. Do you have an idea of the numbers? How many of them are out there?
The estimate that we had earlier, about 30 of them took over the school as they made their retreat following that attack. But after we talked to all the hostages, based on the reports coming from General Samarita, the brigade commander, he mentioned that the hostages said no, there were more than 30. There were about close to 50 of them who were holding the school and guarding them. And they have now made their retreat towards Barangay Zimmerman, where expected waiting for them are other members of the BIFF who have also been monitored in the area.
Sir, so the Cotabato police say this is not a spillover of the Marawi incident, but are you worried that there could be links to terrorism?
Yes, that's true. What the police, what the PNP has mentioned is actually the same findings that we have. This is not a spillover. This armed elements did not come from within Marawi, and nor are they heading towards Marawi. The BIFF has been known to conduct this harassment, especially following 2 weeks of continued setbacks based on the offensives conducted by government forces against their armed groups who have been monitored in the area. And this will continue on even after this, now that we know that they are there.
All right, sir. So what is the status now then? How is Cotabato? What is the status there? What are you doing next this evening?
We're closely monitoring this retreating members of the BIFF, and a pursuit operation has been launched. The area of the school, by the way, Mitzi, has been cordoned because there are a lot of IEDs that have been left behind by the enemy, and to render it safe for use once again by students and the community, we will have to ensure that each and every IED that was left behind is dealt with.
Oh, a lot remains to be done. Well, thanks for all you do, and thank you for taking our call tonight. Armed Forces spokesman Brigadier General Restituto Padilla, thank you very much for that. So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and please keep safe, sir. So, again, this is a developing story, and as Brigadier General Restituto Padilla just said, 4 BIFF members were killed tonight in operations where they went after them, where earlier this morning they had held 31 hostages, and all hostages have been accounted for, among them 12 minors. And we were also told that the Malagakid Elementary School, which was the area where the hostages were held, is still being cordoned off. So they are still securing the area and making sure that everyone is safe. And so far, there were no injuries. Senators criticized the downgrading of murder charges against police officers involved in the killing of Albuera Mayor Rolando Espinosa. The Senate is considering reopening its investigation on the case, but Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre says this comes with a limitation. Anja Alimario reports.
Police Superintendent Marvin Marcos, along with his 18 co-accused, walked out of jail after posting bail on June 16th. The Baybay Regional Trial Court in Leyte had granted the Justice Department's motion to downgrade charges against them from murder to homicide. Justice Undersecretary Reynante Orseo penned the resolution which states there was no premeditation in the killing of Albuera Mayor Rolando Espinosa and another inmate while they were detained at the sub-provincial jail. This runs contrary to the Senate report stating Espinosa's death was planned. Several senators did not welcome the ruling.
Kahit na grade 1 ka, dumating ang pulis doon, 25 ata sila, 30. Sinira yung lock, gabi. Meron silang spurious na search warrant. Pagkatapos, pagpasok doon, pinalabas yung mga pulis na gwardiya, pinaluhod, pinatalikod. Tapos nagkamatayan na, ang tawag mo doon. Ba nila ang tao?
Senate President Coco Pimentel says they're looking into reopening the probe on Espinosa's death.
Ask the DOJ, the panel which handled the preliminary investigation, on what convinced them or what moved them to change their mind that the murder was not committed but instead homicide.
But Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre says the Senate has no power to overturn any resolution from the DOJ.
Courts lamang ang maaaring makapag-tap sa amin, makapag-overturn ng resolution namin.
Aguirre also claims he had no hand in crafting the resolution that downgraded the charges.
Unang-una, hindi ako nag-issue ng resolution na yan. I've not even read the resolution. Ikalawa, I did not sign anything.
But he stands by justice officials.
I believe in my prosecutors, especially yung mga undersecretaries ko. We have to presume that they've performed their duties fairly and in accordance with law.
Aguirre says Espinosa's lawyer can still file a motion for reconsideration and convince the court to uphold the murder raps. President Duterte had vowed to pardon the cops if they are found guilty of wrongdoing in Espinosa's death. Anjo Alimario, CNN Philippines.
The 19 accused in the killing of Albuera Mayor Rolando Espinosa and inmate Raul Yap pleaded not guilty in today's arraignment. Energy officials assure the public there will be no power shortage during the Malampaya maintenance works. The natural gas extraction facility off Palawan in the West Philippine Sea has a scheduled maintenance on July 15th to 16th, Saturday and Sunday, and on September 23rd to the 24th, also a weekend. The maintenance shutdown will temporarily cut natural gas supply to the Santa Rita, Ilihan, and San Lorenzo power plants in Batangas. But the Energy Department says this won't affect power supply as contingency plans are in place. The department adds the maintenance shutdowns won't affect the cost of electricity.
Wala po tayong dapat ikabahala dahil ito po ay nakasynchronize o isinabay doon sa planned maintenance outage ng mga planta rin na maaapektuhan. So nakasynchronize po siya at sinabay yung pagre-repair ng mga planta para matugunan yung demand natin. At kung mapapansin natin, Saturday and Sunday ito dahil sa mga panahong yan, mababa rin yung demand.
The Malampaya Natural Gas Facility contributes to the production of 2,700 megawatts of electricity, supplying more than a third of Luzon's energy requirement. Close to 300 delegates of the United Nations World Tourism Organization are in the country for their annual conference. For the Tourism Department, the hosting is a chance to allay fears of safety and security in the country after the arson attack in Resorts World and fighting in Marawi City. Claire Hiao reports.
In a display of strength and recovery, the Philippines is not only hosting the United Nations World Tourism Conference, it's also holding it at the very site of the attack that recently scared tourists away. Less than 3 weeks since a gunman stormed into Resorts World Manila, the casino hotel has reopened, and it's welcoming visitors from 60 different countries.
The Department of Tourism sees this forum as an opportunity not only to showcase the beauty of our country, but more importantly, to inform the global community that the Philippines remains a safe and secure destination for tourists.
It is also a signal victory for those who believe that life must go on, whatever be the challenges that lie along the way.
The casino may still be closed, and security has doubled. But Resorts World is now full of people once again. The UNWTO says this should send a strong message of support to the Philippines, especially for tourists who may be thinking of changing travel plans.
We don't want to say it's safe, because it is. We're not in the habit of repeating what is obvious. Just come and see us, meeting here in hundreds.
The UNWTO admits it's been the worst of times for tourism. Deadly attacks have hit not just the Philippines, but all across Europe and the United States. Terrorists even target areas that travelers often visit. But officials stress this shouldn't scare people into restricting their freedom of movement.
The only way to do it is to make travel easier and to resist any attempts to build walls or close borders. This is a very essential freedom that we try to protect at the United Nations World Tourism Organization.
The UNWTO estimates there were 1.2 billion travelers around the world last year. The traffic created 1 in 10 jobs and contributed 10% of the global economy. Claire Yao, CNN Philippines.
Philippine Airlines is launching its first international flight out of Tagbilaran City in Bohol tomorrow. The flag carrier will begin operating daily flights to and from Tagbilaran in Incheon, South Korea. The new route makes Bohol's capital the 5th gateway for foreign travelers. Flights will leave Tagbilaran at 5:20 in the afternoon. The return flight leaves Incheon at 2:30 in the morning and arrives in Bohol's capital at 6 a.m. PAL is also opening the Cebu-Tagbilaran route tomorrow. It's the first domestic link to Bohol outside of Manila. A Filipina levels up her Taiwan travel goals, Meteor Garden style. CNN Philippines Newsroom will be right back. Good evening once again to those of you joining us on Facebook Live. Coming up for you on the next segment of the newsroom, the final part of the segment of the newsroom, actually, we'll be giving you an update on Game 1 of the PBA Finals between the San Miguel Beermen and the Katropa TNT. We'll also ask for a few bets from our guys around here on who they think is going to win. Well, that's later on during this break. Also, entertainment news for you. Now, we want to greet those of you who have been writing to us on Facebook Live. Edna Draper is watching from Tennessee in the USA, and Annalisa Nogodula Limbu is watching from Nepal, and Romel Corpus is joining us from Riyadh. Also, Jusper Bagaforo is watching from Gusa, and Precious Flores is watching from Hong Kong. Tats Achapero is watching from Abu Dhabi. And also from Macau, Jomar Bonita joins us. And also, Rolly Concepcion says, CNN Philippines, simply the best. Well, thank you very much, Rolly. We always try to do better and better. Thank you for watching. Also, joining us from, did I say that? I may have said that already. From Qatar, Renante Escabas joins us also. And Flor Bohols is watching from New York City. A lot of people joining us from all over the world. Thank you for all of your comments and letting us know what you think of the stories. And also, even if it's just a matter of clicking on the emojis, because it helps us track, gives us a pulse of what you think of the stories. Now, at this point, let me call some of the boys. Perry, this is our handsome floor director, Perry. So the score is 75-71. Leading, halika na, si Perry. This is Perry, our floor director, Perry. Sinong, ano mo?
San Miguel, ma'am.
Sinong mananalo ngayon? Si San Miguel, sure? Sinong magiging MVP?
MVP?
Sino sa tingin mo?
Hard ba?
Okay, so he's shy. Shy yung mga boys namin dito. Pero ang dami namin mga... Kayo, sige, shout nyo lang. Anong mga votes nyo? Sinong Okay, so a lot of San Miguel fans here tonight. Who do you think is going to win the game? Those of you who are watching. Okay, so a lot of San Miguel fans here tonight. Now, we'd like to invite you to watch Inside Marawi on June 27 at 8 p.m. That is here only on CNN Philippines. And please, for more stories, visit us at cnnphilippines.com. And do continue to let us know where you're watching from, what you think of the stories. We always love hearing from you. Stay until the end of the show.
San Miguel!
Welcome back. The PPA Commissioner's Cup Finals has begun. Game 1 of the championship series between the San Miguel Beermen and TNT Katropa is underway. Our correspondent Paolo Del Rosario has more from the Big Dome. Paolo, how's the game so far?
It's a close game right now. The fourth quarter just started. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The TNT Katropa now lead the San Miguel Beermen by a score of 79-75. Big note here is that the TNT Katropa have been outperforming the San Miguel Beermen on the bench, scoring 37 bench points rather in this game so far. But an area of concern is once again the health of import Joshua Smith for the Katropa. They exited the game in the third quarter after what seems like a re-injured right foot. We'll look at more development as the game goes on, but right now the team Katropa are holding on to a slim lead.
Very exciting. Thank you very much, Paolo Del Rosario, reporting to us from the Big Dome, and surely more on that tonight on the Sports Desk with Miko Halili at 10. And before we go, do you still remember the hit TV series Meteor Garden? Well, one Filipina takes her fandom to a whole new level during a recent vacation in Taiwan. Netizen Suzanne Dolorito and her friends visited the National Chongcheng University in southern Taiwan, also known as Yingde University in the series. They check on the iconic locations where Meteor Garden was shot. That includes the facade where Dao Mingse and Hua Xilei fought over Sanshai, plus the famous locker area where some of the drama scenes were often taken. They also visited the restaurant where Dao Mingsi and Sanshai once dated, as well as a cafeteria where the F4 gave away red cards. The group also passed by the roads the F4 once walked on. Meteor Garden first aired locally in 2003 and made a Philippine television comeback in 2014. It starred Taiwanese actors Vanessa Wu, Ken Chu, Vic Zhu, Jerry Yan, and Barbie Hsu. And that's the newsroom for you this evening. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Thank you for watching. Good night.